Hi, I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris. Together we're the Gen X couple.
Hey guys.
Take one. Hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
Today we're diving into part 2 of one of our most popular episodes, More Things You Never Knew.
Yeah, last month's episode blew up. People were sending us messages like, I didn't know half of this stuff, quote unquote. So clearly you guys want more.
Yeah, apparently humans just love learning weird little facts that make them look smarter at dinner parties or in arguments.
Or both. And today we're bringing you at least, I was going to say an hour, but why did I write that? Maybe I don't know what I meant. We're going to bring you a bunch of surprising tidbits that will make you say, wait, seriously.
I'm ready. So let's jump in.
Did you say take one when we started the episode?
Yes.
Oh, I totally missed it. Okay, first up, why do we say cheese when taking a picture?
Okay, this one's actually sciencey. The E in cheese forces your lips to stretch into a natural-looking smile.
Cheese.
It's basically the original Instagram filter.
Did you guys hear me doing that in the background? But before cheese, people rarely smiled in photos. Early cameras took forever to capture an image. Sometimes several seconds. Try holding a perfect smile for that long. But I can hold it for several seconds.
Exactly.
Did I mean minutes? Have I messed up the notes for this entire episode?
Probably.
Whatever. You guys know what I mean.
And in Victorian times, some photographers told people to say prunes instead, just to keep that refined, serious look.
Oh, imagine that. Everybody say prunes. That's not exactly a holiday card vibe.
All right, so moving on. Why are there so many pasta shapes?
That's a good question. There, in fact, is over 350 shapes of pasta. And it's not just because Italians are obsessed with variety. Each shape is designed to work with a specific sauce. And I just want to say that one of the words Chris mispronounces every single time is the word variety, which is why I didn't put that in the notes under his section. You are welcome. Say it. Say it.
No.
No, say it.
No.
Say it. He says verity. Every time. Every single time. In front of other people, not even just me. Verity.
Long noodles.
It's variety.
Like spaghetti or fettuccine paired with lighter, oily sauces. Tube shapes like panini or
penne,
rigatoni.
Oh my God, I should have just read this myself.
Trap chunky sauces inside, and rigid pasta like rotini holds thick, creamy sauces perfectly.
Tiny pastas like orzo or ditalini are for soups. In Italy, pasta shape and sauce pairing is basically an art form. What's your favorite pasta shape, Chris? I almost called you Christian.
I like angel hair.
Oh, I do like angel hair. I don't know the official name. Mine's the corkscrew pasta.
Okay.
It does hold sauce really well. And then if you put Parmesan cheese on top, it gets into the twirls. It's perfect.
So next, why are traffic lights red, yellow, and green?
Well, this goes way back to the railroad signals of the 1800s. Red has always meant danger, so it became stop. Green originally meant caution on railroads, but it switched to go over time.
And yellow was added as a middle ground because it's highly visible and signals transition. Eventually, we standardized it for cars, and we've been using it ever since.
Yeah, we have. And also, some of us use yellow as keep going. Some people see yellow and they stop. Some people see yellow and they step on it. You're either in one category or the other. I'm in one category, Chris is in the other. But moving on, let's talk about cake. Who doesn't love cake? And so why do we eat cake for birthdays? That is the next question.
So this goes back all the way to ancient Egypt. They celebrated pharaohs' birthdays because they thought the coronation was the day they became gods.
But the actual cake came from ancient Greece, with moon-shaped cakes for Artemis, goddess of the moon. Then 18th century Germany introduced Kinderfest, giving kids cakes on their birthdays. By the 19th century, baking powder made cake affordable for everyone, and birthday cake became a staple.
And now it's basically a requirement for surviving another year.
Yeah, just don't blow out candles anymore, you guys, on top of a cake. That is disgusting. I thought we stopped that during COVID, but I've seen people do it since, and that needs to stop because you're spreading germs. That's my PSA for the day. Where were we?
Oh,
Is it my turn?
yes.
Okay. So here's a fun one. Why do we say hello on the phone?
Well, Alexander Graham Bell wanted ahoy as the phone greeting. Pirates, anyone?
Arr. But Edison preferred hello, and his version stuck. By the late 1800s, phone operators were trained to say hello when connecting calls. And for you kids who don't know what an operator is, if you pressed 0 on a phone that was attached to your wall, which was a thing back in the last century, it would connect to an operator. And it was a lady on the other end of the phone that could tell you the time. What else could she tell you? She could connect you to a long distance call. I'm not even going to explain what that is. Google it. What else could the operator do? Anything? I forget. That was so long ago.
Yeah, I can't remember.
You could call and get other phone numbers if you didn't have a phone book. We didn't have internet back in those days. Al Gore's interwebs had not been invented, so we used to have to call somebody and actually speak to somebody on the phone, and that was the operator when he dialed 0.
Also, every time your phone rings, we're going to thank Edison instead of Bell. And another fun fact, the first phone call took place right next to my work. There's a momentum, and it's right next to City Hall in Boston. Go check it out whenever you're there.
I've walked by it, and I've never noticed. You know why? Because I don't like using the phone, so it doesn't really spark anything inside my soul. So the next question is, why do jeans have that tiny little pocket inside the front pocket?
Well, that was originally for pocket watches. Levi Strauss added it in the 1800s.
Who's Levi Strauss?
You know
Read that.
The jeans.
Yeah, Levi Strauss. It's not Stratus. There's only one T. Levi Strauss, but we can just call them Levi.
Yeah,
They're Levi's, but it's Levi Strauss.
And it was added in the 1800s because cowboys and workers needed a safe place for their watches.
Today, most people use it for coins, guitar picks, or if you're anything like me, you use it for nothing at all.
All right, newspaper nerds, this one's for you. Why do old newspapers turn yellow?
Do they still print newspapers? I'm curious.
I've seen a few around. They're still out there.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I assume at some point they're going to stop printing them altogether. But to answer your question, the culprit is oxidation. Paper contains, now I'm going to pull a Chris. Lignin, Lignin, a natural compound in wood. When exposed to oxygen and sunlight, it breaks down and turns yellow or brown.
Cheaper paper, like newspapers, has more lining, so it yellows faster than high-quality books, and this is pure chemistry in action.
I love it. Yeah, and next we're going to talk about the appendix. Why do we even have one?
It was long thought to be useless, but it might actually serve as a safe house for beneficial gut bacteria. After a nasty stomach bug, it helps repopulate your digestive system with good bacteria.
Yeah. So it's not essential, but it's useful. I guess that's an evolutionary bonus feature.
Yes. Now let's tackle something colorful. Why is pink for girls and blue for boys?
Well, first of all, let's just say it's not anymore. We're not going to get into that. Girls and boys or parents of babies can dress their babies in any color they want, but before the 20th centuries, babies wore white. Early 1900s fashion guides even suggested pink for boys because it was considered stronger and blue for girls because it was dainty.
And it wasn't until the 1940s that marketing flipped the script. Stores started pushing pink for girls and blue for boys, and the rest is history.
Yeah, but again, you can dress your kids in any color you want. We don't care because it doesn't affect us. And this doesn't even make sense. What did I write here? Oh, I know. So, have you ever wondered what those tiny dots on car windows are?
That's called the frit band. It helps bond the windshield to the frame, distributes heat to prevent cracking, and creates a gradient so your eyes adjust from the dark edges to clear glass.
Oh, a tiny detail you barely notice, but it's actually genius engineering.
Now, hiccups. Why do we get them?
They are involuntary contractions of the diaphragm. Air rushes in, vocal cords snap shut.
Its triggers include fast eating, carbonated drinks, sudden temperature changes, or stress. Some researchers think hiccups evolved to help babies burp air bubbles while feeding. Now, I wonder if scaring is a real tactic to cure hiccups.
I don't know.
I've heard scaring. I've heard
spoonful of sugar.
Thanks,
Mary Poppins. Well, that's the medicine go down, but I have heard a spoonful of sugar.
I've heard of holding your breath.
Holding your breath. I actually had heard at one point holding the very tip of your tongue with, like your index finger and thumb. Tried it, doesn't work. As a side note, I would like to mention that when I was pregnant with Jared, who's now 21 years old, he had the hiccups all the time in my belly. I'm talking several times a week, not every day, but I would say like 4 or 5 times a week. He was constantly hiccuping, and that was probably one of my favorite things that's ever happened to me in life, like in general. That's one of like my top life moments. It was the coolest thing. I would give anything to experience that one more time. It was amazing, you guys.
Well, we don't want you to experience it again.
No, well, obviously not, because, I'm too old now anyway. But it was amazing. And Nathan, not one hiccup.
He was busy.
He was busy doing other stuff. I don't know what other stuff. Maybe somersaults, but no hiccups. But yeah, I loved that so much.
So have you ever sneezed in sunlight? That's the photic sneeze reflex.
Yeah, I don't know if you said that right, but I think people get the gist. And yes, every time I look at the sun, I sneeze. It affects about 18 to 35% of people. The optic nerve confuses the... how do I say this? Trigeminal, Trigeminal nerve, and bam, you sneeze.
So you're not broken, you're just special.
I sneeze every time. Have you ever wondered why flamingos stand on one leg?
Well, it helps conserve body heat.
I've never wondered.
Their joints lock in place so they can balance effortlessly.
Effortless.
And they're like pink yoga masters.
Ooh, pink Yoda masters would be cooler. That is efficiency and elegance in one leg.
So yawning, why do we do it, and why is it contagious?
So get this, yawning helps cool the brain. Deep breath, more blood flow, refreshes the system. There you go.
And contagious yawning is linked to empathy. Humans and even dogs and chimps yawn when they see someone they care about yawn.
Oh, so if it's somebody I don't care about, I won't yawn?
That's probably right.
I'm going to try to pay attention. Okay. So, but if you just yawned hearing me say that, congratulations. You're empathetic.
So last one, popcorn. Why does it pop?
So inside each kernel is water trapped in starch. Heat turns the water into steam, the pressure builds and pop. The kernel explodes into fluffy goodness. Although I haven't eaten popcorn in a while, and I'm not overly anxious to eat popcorn again because it always gets stuck in my teeth.
Yeah, me too.
Ugh, I hate having to get out the floss, and, I usually only floss at the dentist's twice a year. I hate to devote any extra time to flossing than I have to.
But human beings have been doing it for over 5,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's an ancient snack game, which is strong.
Yeah, that's a ton of fascinating stuff.
Seriously, my brain is full of trivia, and now I'll annoy everyone with it.
Yeah, and there's definitely more where that came from. So maybe there'll be a part 3 on the horizon. And also, I forgot everything we just said. I don't remember anything we just talked about. Literally, I can't remember anything other than the popcorn. And I'll forget that in about 4 minutes.
But for now, that's a wrap. For more things you never knew, part 2.
Yeah, so don't forget, you know what to do, actually. Subscribe, leave a review, share with your friends, blah, 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 blah. I've tried to be better about updating social media. So I think I update Facebook, Instagram, and then we're on Google Threads, too. I actually like Google Threads the best out of the 3. Yeah, find us.
So until next time,
stay curious.
and keep questioning the world around you. And we'll see you later, alligator.
In a wild crocodile.